huge round 3 leads us into a round 4 here where we are in prime position for a very high finish on the leaderboard. A little bit more of that, and we're going to be finding ourselves closer to the top of the leaderboard. Now, round 4, low winds out of the southeast. Very, very interesting. Fairways get to very firm. Greens firm up and speed up. So they give us the low winds there, entice us, say, that's going to be pretty easy. Don't you worry about it. But things are going to firm up and get quicker, so it's going to be hard to find these fairways, hard to stick these greens close. But let's see what we can do about it. If you enjoy these rounds, we stream them, also upload them to YouTube, so make sure to leave a like and sub to the channel so you don't miss out. 467 yards. Downhill. Get a little bit of backspin on it for some carry. And here we go. Now these are very firm, so gotta keep that in mind. Fairways are gonna try and get away from us a little bit more. That one's not too bad as it's flat this first hole for the most part. Isn't too mean. Now, we are coming in with a wedge. But we have to remember these are 180 greens, so we're gonna come into this with full backspin. This is drawing, try and make sure this stays right side of the hole. Oh, I hit it fast though, knucklehead. This'll bite. We're just gonna have a slippery downhill putt. Okay, that's deserved. Bad input means we're out of position. But hopefully here we can use our putter to bring ourselves back into play. Another steep one here. All right. 180s are slippery. Very much so turns in the middle here too. Come on, man. The putts from that distance, once you start putting them downhill with break, they have not been going well for us. So, bad input there. Makes it so that we don't start out with a birdie. But not to worry, we've got plenty of holes left. Going up and over the tree here. Don't be OB. Don't be OB. Okay, we cleared the tree. Or we cleared the fence, and we get fairway. Woo! Woo-wee. Alright. Little bit close for comfort. Little bit close for comfort there. Now 5-iron up. We're playing right around 188. This is gonna be a tight squeeze. I like the way that felt. I want to hit the upslope, but release. Can't draw it up much better than that. Pretty violent on the kick, though, to the left. And here we go. So, you know, trade-off. We don't get any eagles in round 3. Par the first, eagle on the second. We're 2 under through 2. That's a lovely place to be. So wind picks up a little bit on this hole. Not a whole lot. But we do have a little bit to account for here. 9 iron. Gonna carry us down about 174, 177. It's firm and fast. 7 yards to go. Should take a kick. Give it like 3/4 backspin, I think. A little fast. Pushed it a little more than normal, but that's gonna send it. Yeah, big fast down the hill. Never a good thing to have happen. Let's see what we're working with here. It looks like a slight double breaker. So you get a little bit of movement to the right. Then it kind of snaps back over this middle one. And then you get right to left the whole rest of the way. With a solid amount of break right at the end, so. Downhill, it's gonna get it rolling. But for the most part here, how is this middle snap gonna work? It's gonna hang out. Really good distance control. But like I said, when you get these, you know, even though we have the lower winds and such, if you get the right hole locations and you get the right green speeds and on all that, you know, things definitely get tough. I gotta try and partial this. That is perfect. That's gonna stay on. Come on, feed right. It's not gonna stay on. It's gonna go through? No way. That goes more straight than it goes. I'm surprised by that. That goes more straight than it goes right. I thought we were gonna catch that and then start feeding down with the 180s. Okay. So we know it's gonna end up running down the hill still because it's 180s, so gotta play it back. But because of where we landed, we can actually play a chip shot here. And then we know it's gonna come out a little bit short. I did not hit it far enough to the left. Dang. I didn't think we were going to fire that far right. I did think it was going to come back a little bit more left of that. Alright, but we still have the chance here because of how we got on. We got the chance to make birdies, so get it just left edge. Send it. All right, a little bit, admittedly, we hit the exact shot we wanted. A little bit disappointed, but a birdie is a birdie. A little too fast, but I think that should find the flat. As I don't think it's mean enough to kick hard left from down low. So now we get 111. Very firm. Should be able to just put a touch of loft and backspin on it, and then it becomes a question of the right to left play. That's the input. It's gonna hang a little bit left, but come on, big kick. Also, I do need to get it out of my mind that these are very firm. They are firm, don't get me wrong, but they're not very firms. So they're gonna bounce, but they're not gonna, like, take that mega kick. Now, I think 9-iron with full backspin here is the way to go. Barely any wind to speak of. I mean, there's a little bit. Ah, and the fast again. It's the same, that's the exact same input we had on the approach shot on 1. Which is something we've been largely able to avoid today. Alright, so that's going to make a difficult putt from down here. Try and feed this in 4 o'clock. Had the right angle for it, just a little bit firm. Ooh. And then almost don't hit that one firm enough. All right. Well, we're doing battle out here, that's for sure. But those sorts of inputs are going to take scoring chances away. Just like that. So right there, that's the brain saying, you've been fast, don't be fast again. Not exactly where you want to be. Fortunately, this is light rough, so it is not like a true death sentence like it might be mayhaps in other places. That being said, if we come out with a low roll here, we could be in some serious trouble. So here's hoping that we get enough. That fast is gonna make sure we get the distance, but will it have any spin? Oh, it does. All right, that is a wonderful recovery then. That is gonna do wonders for us. Okay. Need that. Gotta keep the birdies up. 567 yards here. You get quite a bit downhill. You can get 317. You can get a little bit more, and that's gonna cover the bunker. And if that's gonna cover the bunker, we can take this line. Only 101, but I hit it a little bit fast, so we're gonna end up hanging left. I'm trying to get like 102, 103 and stay to the right because that would take the tree out of it. So now we've got front hole 235, 232, 230. I think we're gonna have to go with, like, go with the draw here. I think we go with the draw. It's gonna still release, but that's about as good of a place as I can land that thing. Yeah, I'll take it. 23 foot, downhill 3. But it's an eagle look. You know, I know at a spot that we've historically struggled with. But maybe this is the chance to turn the tide. Three inches down. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let us see what we've got. Oh, baby, we've done it. Oh, baby, we've done it. Huge eagle. Despite all odds. Gosh darn it, Colby. You really had to follow it up with that. On the bright side, even in the fairway, this is a tough shot, but that was not good. That was not good. All right, let's try and fix it. Let's try and fix it. It's a little fast. I would have liked that to have been... Oh no, that's a big bounce. I wanted that to be to the right, and that needed to hit the slope a little bit, but we pretty much landed in front of the slope and then bounced over the slope. So I got absolutely none of it. Alright. Well, this one has a little bit more break than the last one, but let's see if we can get lightning to strike twice. Just like these beginning ones break so much. Let's see here. Something here. No, it's still low. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, but we missed a really bad tee shot and then follow it up with a not so great luck on the bounce. All right, full send on the driver so that we have an opportunity on the approach shot. See, like, I can take those baby slows on drives. Can't take the big slows, but can take the baby slows. Because now we have 254. Again, you've got this hill, but You hit a little bit of loft into it. Yeah, you hit a little bit of loft into it, and then profit. Come on, legs. There it is. There it is. Put another eagle on the scorecard. We've eagled 3 out of 3 par 5s on this round. Alright, this time let's put it in a way where we find the fairway, huh? Little fast, but we've got the little draw going. That'll be plenty good. So now we put ourselves in prime position to pitch one up. Now you can play this one of 2 ways. We can try and take sand wedge and run it up, which I think is gonna be a little bit short. So I think ultimately what we're gonna wanna do is play the gap wedge pitch in like a hop and stop fashion. I hit that slow. Alright, so that's not great. That's not great. Just didn't... I got to the top of that swing, it didn't feel quite right, didn't fully commit to it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. If you get this somewhere in here, I think in a perfect world you actually are just kicking down to that lower area. Like, I think this all feeds right to left here. That's A-okay. A little bit short of the green, but we leave ourselves with the chip. I mean, I think that's ultimately what you want, right? let's just feel this one out. Oh, it feels so good. Alright, gotta play the hybrid here. I mean, I guess we could technically play the 3-wood, though it feels like that starts to bring bunkers and stuff into play. Alright, I think we're on lob wedge duty, or sandwich duty, my bad. Few yards past the hole. So you gotta bring it back. Up the hill. Ah, way fasted it. Way fasted it. Okay. Gonna get away with that one. I mean, it's not close, but definitely a better putt from here than up where it was. I feel like I want to be semi-aggressive with this. Now, I say semi-aggressive because it's still... still breaking. .248. This hybrid's gonna put us landing just shy of pin high. Let's work it like this first. 235. 243, and then wind working just in. So I think I'll take a little bit off of that, because I've been beaten by it before. Only 4 eagles, Lucas? I know. Struggling to find them out here today. To be fair, I had 16 birdies and no eagles in round 3, so making up for lost time. Come on, work back left. I know it's baby amounts of wind, but... That's just a nasty hole. That's just a nasty hole. So much subtle break in this. I want to make this putt so bad, so we're gonna take the slow play. We're gonna read it. T1 after one round to lead, end up missing. You might end up missing the cut. What happened in round 2, dude? That's a fall from grace. All right, we're almost red. So we started out here maybe, and then uphill, work it back in a little bit. I didn't hit it firm enough. Not that that mattered because I over-adjusted the 1 foot uphill. 4 under after 3 holes in round 2, then just pars for days with the bogey thrown in. 3 under in the final 4 may save you. Man, that's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, good fight, obviously, to bring that back a bit at the end, but yeah, that one stings if you miss. All right, too many compensations on the last hole. Let's make a nice approach shot here. Settle us in. 146, 144 to... An uphill. This should be a pretty nice spot for us. Oh, I underhit it. Well, if that's the case, we're going to leave ourselves with an uphiller. All right, Lucas, I'll give that a look after the round. Oh, man. Okay. It's gonna probably be somewhere out here. Big putt. Big putt. All right, we get a par 5. And then it's a par 3 and par 4 to finish. They're not the easiest finishing 2 holes. But we do have the chance of maybe getting after this with something really nice here. Only 102 did. I was trying to get a little bit something more out of it. But this will bound down. Should find fairway from this high up. Shot a score of 67 under, looks untouchable. I don't know about that, Lindsay. I wouldn't say untouchable. I shot 16 birdies in round 3. We've got 4 eagles this round, and I shot 11 and 12 under on the first round. Like had bogeys and a bunch of missed tempos. I've missed tempos. If you're on your tempo and your game and you're hitting stuff, you can definitely. 67's doable. The scores are out there. It's just hitting your inputs and being in the right spots, making your putts. I mean, it's like, I mean, as far as that's concerned, like any other week, but I wouldn't say untouchable. It's a very good score, though. Very consistent, I guess would be the best way to describe it. I don't know that I have the legs here. 85% I just don't think is gonna be it. Because 303, 273, 258, 255, 258. I get like 272. So we're gonna have to. I don't have any chance of getting it down there. So this is one where we definitely play the 4-iron. You know, I thought about taking hybrid, but hybrid on a very firm fairway here, we could very much so be putting ourselves into the light rough. So lay it back a little bit. 57 yards. Now, do you try and play flop short? Probably. Probably try and play the flop shot short here. Ah! I was so concerned about missing the tempo the other way. But I had a bad feeling about the flop shot under pressure. The tempo was just screwy enough to be troublesome. Alright, but maybe we can still work something out here. 20 feet. I'm gonna go with the aggro line here. That's gonna hang low. Wow. Nothing like being aggressive with it and then being aggressive and still being low. That's crazy. There must have been some, like, stronger breaks in the middle there that I didn't recognize. Okay, so if you try and get cute with this, I think you actually have to just play it in a way that you backstop punch bowl it off this right-hand side. Or maybe you just go straight at it and try and come straight back down. You don't want to be too far right. Because it's going to come down like right around pin high. Release to the backstop and release down. If you go from right to left... I'm trying to think, if you go too far to the right here... I am going to play it off this right-hand side. I know it's a little bit more dangerous. I know it's a little bit more dangerous, but... I feel like you're trying to play a much more particular game if you go straight at it. I feel like this is what the designer would have wanted. Feed it around for a 13-footer. Alright, I'm not going to play this one aggressive, just with it being the downhiller that it is, and it continuing to be strong downhill behind. I'm not going to get the ultra aggressive with it. play that pace off. No, no, come on, man. Just under hit it, so it dives under the hole. Ah, we almost had it. All right, now with this being very firm, I should probably also be playing full backspin on it, but I'm gonna just play the full loft and cut it back into the slope. I think people get really upset about very firm fairways, but I think the people that get really pissed about them don't really like to play shot shapes into their drives. Like, yeah, it just forces you to put loft and maybe some spin on your drive and, like, draw it or fade it into the slope to kind of kill it faster. Because all you need to do is get it on the ground as quick as possible. Because then you start getting, you know, your fairway grippiness. Well, this is not great. The lie is just really bad. I'll land a 4-iron back in here. 240. Let's call this 235. 232. 227. 220. I mean, it might. This is a really dumb hybrid shot, but I don't like the 4-iron shot. At least we hit it. You know? At least we can say we hit what we wanted to. Unfortunately, I get a little bit too much of it. And the draw was not enough to take off the distance that I needed. Alright, so we end our tournament with a long downhill putt for birdie. It breaks away from us at the start, but then it very quickly straightens out and turns back to the right, so let's see what sort of read we can get out of this. All right. Gotta play quite a bit off here. Now you're gonna hit this in a way where it drifts, but then it starts coming back. Gotta trust it. We did it! Walk it off. 15 under. So after a very slow start to the tournament, we go 16 under, 15 under on the weekend. And like I've been saying, look at that. Look at that. 15 under. The only score better is the 16. So in 2 rounds, we have either played, tied to the second best round or better than most. And so, very slow start to the tournament. A lot of mistakes. Get things clicking. And I knew it was, mid 40s to low 20s was like 2 strokes. And we definitely made up the difference, if not more there. So T3 on PlayStation as it stands. I assume that as the rest of the week shuffles in, that might drop down a little bit. Obviously, we've got some low scores on PC and Xbox, but lock it in. Are we top 10 this week?